exercising our freedom of assembly, which is protected under Section 2B of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. We're also expressing exercising our freedom of expression through dance. If you write us a ticket and we go to court, okay, or if any of them up there, you write them a Trespass to Property Act, and they go to court, and it's deemed that they were lawfully under their charter rights, that means you've breached your oath as an officer, and you've also exposed yourself to liability, where any one of them, if it's ruled that you breached their charter rights, they can sue you on an individual basis. Why are we even going to go through that exercise?
I don't want to go through that, but it looks like that's where we're heading. Because I've tried to explain, but
under the Trespass to Property Act,
listen to what he's saying. What is your listen.
Just let somebody else speak for a second. I know you want to be the spokesperson for the group.
I'm just holding your.
If there's some sort of like common ground or kind of middle ground that we can kind of resolve to, is there a possibility that we can kind of continue this in a positive way? The intentions are good. Everybody here, I can assure you, if need be, has a mask. We will follow the guidelines. Again, like, we're just trying to, we've been confined in our homes, as all of us have, and we're just trying to, like you said, we are trying to express ourselves. Like, it's frustrating, and we mean no harm. We mean good. This is off subject, but I'm just going to be honest with you. Last weekend, I was here with a group. I helped pick up plastic all along this river. We're doing our part. We're just trying to here to have fun. Is there some sort of common ground we can do, or volume control? Because it is a little bit strange to me, because
it's not about the volume.
The train is literally.
It's about, now he's saying we're trespassing.
No, I understand. But the way I receive it is because you're kind of being a little bit confrontational. We're all trying to be like, we don't want any problem. This is not. This is the intentions of this are purely good, and to bring people together and have a good time in this time of COVID.
We have the absolute freedom to assemble in community, and the right to express ourselves freely.
Somebody, according to them, they're doing their job. We understand that.
Their job is to protect the Charter of Rights and Freedoms first and foremost, before enforcing the law. And when they say Trespass to Property Act, there requires a sign over there that says that we're trespassing.
Like I said, when you've been notified that we are.
But we haven't been notified by the City of Toronto.
I am acting on behalf of the City of Toronto. I looked up, what park are we in? You wanted specifics. What park am I in, officer?
Okay.
I looked it up, the Don Valley.
And now I'm going to ask you, are you going to protect our charter rights?
Listen. Can you
enforce?
Are you going to protect the charter rights, or are you going to enforce the Trespass and Property Act?
So you're saying, as long as we breach what you want to call it, the charter of rights.
If you breach your oath as an officer, you expose yourself to liability.
We don't enforce anything. We just have to listen to what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is that if you breach your oath as an officer, you expose yourself to liability.
You can property doesn't matter then.
You can write your tickets.
Look,
we can go to the person who you and I'm explaining. Okay, you're asking me the law. You can write your tickets. We could go to court. If it's deemed that you violated our charter rights in that case, then you've exposed yourself to liability, and you've breached your oath as an officer. Right? The sergeant who's taking responsibility.
But in a court, the court looks at, was a law broken, right?
Which law? Which law? The unlawful law or the lawful law?
According to you, it's an unlawful law.
Okay.
Yes, we have the Charter of Rights, which supersedes the criminal code and everything else. But why would a city, why would a province, let somebody else talk for a second.
Okay.
Why would a province, why would a city enact provincial statutes and municipal statutes if they were breaking my civil rights?
Easy. Compliance. It's a bylaw.
Okay.
When you're enforcing a bylaw, you're looking at
Look.
You're looking for
You're
compliance.
going very by the book.
Okay.
These are all human beings. We're all human beings.
Yes, but he wants to go by the book. You ask.
I would love to just hear you out, see what the common ground we can reach, what's the best kind of scenario we can reach, if there's a time limit, if there's kind of a capacity that we can reach, anything of that sort. Because honestly, like I said, the intentions are good. And Yep, no problem.
But to answer his question, it's compliance. The city cannot
but
turn around
look,
and say, you're on
honestly-
public property, you're not allowed to be here past 11 o'clock.
These guys are
that's
just
wrong.
doing their job. Like, literally, they're just doing their job. At the end of the day, if somebody complained, you can't contest that. You can contest that next
I've been
week,
with you
but it's
gentlemen
the
for the last
situation.
2 hours.
Right,
We've
I understand.
Been talking
I understand.
back and we've been talking.
I understand, but
and-
it doesn't seem
We're at
to
a
be.
gambit.
Anyways,
Anyways,
it seems
and
to
the
be
gambit-
friction.
the gambit
I
is-
would love to hear you guys out.
The Trespass
and just-
Property Act applies to private property. It doesn't apply to city property. No, because we have not been cautioned by the city.
I'm acting on behalf of the city, and I've told you what park we're in. You wanted to know what park we're in.
Okay.
You wanted to know what law am I breaking, officer? Where is your authority? I've told you where the authority's coming from.
But-
yes, we have the Charter of Rights and Freedoms and all that.
But any citizen is allowed the freedom of mobility, which includes all public property, including public parks. The City of Toronto maintains the parks. They don't own the parks. It is not City of Toronto property.
They also govern the parks.
No.
That's why they have
No,
rules.
it is a public
So
property.
you're telling us we have no right to arrest somebody that's
In
trespassing
public
in a park?
property, if they're creating a criminal offense, you have no right to
No,
arrest
they
somebody
can be
who's sitting on a
removed from
park bench at
Yes, they
11:05
can. They can be
p.m.
removed.
No,
Where you
you
getting this
cannot
from?
remove someone from a public park.
If I have the authority to arrest a person, if I have the authority to write you a ticket, to enforce a provincial statute or a municipal bylaw,
You have that authority through court precedents and common law.
and that's why
And
they
court
make
precedents and common law states that you cannot stop somebody from walking freely at any time of day or night in a public park, street, or sidewalk.
Okay, that's true.
And
But I
it-
just told you about the equipment and so forth. I
But you
looked that
just
up
told
too.
me Trespass Property Act.
And what did you come up with?
But no, he just told me Trespass Property Act. Now he's telling me it's true.
Look,
No,
he said that when there was a lot of friction. Just hear the man out, please.
I'm hearing you.
Like, we.
Marco,
Look,
tell him I've
you
been
have-
doing a great job
You
for now.
you have a lot of information. You're very knowledgeable. I completely understand, but you're coming across very confrontational. And
Am
these
I?
individuals, you are. I'm just as
I'm
your
asking
friend. I'm
officers,
telling you,
Have I been confrontational?
not
at all?
confrontational, but look, we're all trying to.
Stubborn.
There you go. We're trying to reach a
Knowledgeable
middle ground.
and stubborn.
Yes, very knowledgeable, but also very stubborn.
Absolutely.
I don't think he would literally wants to give us a ticket.
No,
I don't
he
think
wants
so.
to shut, but he wants us to shut down.
Look, but he hasn't even said that yet with those words. Let's hear them out
You want to
and hear
hear
the
him?
middle ground.
He literally just told us.
It's just on your same argument with the noise complaint. You may be breaching someone else's bylaws of noise complaint.
Absolutely. If we are interfering with a reasonable enjoyment of somebody else's property, you're absolutely right. I don't disagree with you there whatsoever.
So
I
that's where
totally
the noise
appreciate
comes
it.
into
I'm a-
play. That's where the
I-
bylaw, the noise is created. They don't get
I'm a landlord as well. I'm very, very familiar with the reasonable enjoyment of property.
So
you know.
that's, I mean, the decision's ultimately to the sergeant, but we're not going to get to the area of trespass.
I just don't
but
like
we
the
may have
fact that
to
he's not, honoring his oath as an officer.
volume limit that we can come to? Because
So what's going to happen?
just to be
gotta shut
like
down?
realistic with you guys, if the train passes
What do you think we
by,
should do?
it's much louder. Like, it kind of doesn't make any sense, right? Like I fair enough. But if we're on the subject of noise complaint, it is substantially louder. Like I was standing not too far right in front of the speakers, and I'm I'm not even hearing it that much, right? So I'm just I'm just
I know,
stating
and that was the breakthrough. That's
It's
what
just-
park we're in. So all that
like
stuff
if we can
applies.
kind of reach like a volume
But
limit
our
or
charter
time
rights
limit.
supersede all of that.
Because like you say,
Is that your?
obviously
Roger, can you explain to your supervisor that we still are afforded our rights under the Constitution and Charter of
Just give
Rights
me
and
a sec.
Freedoms?
No, just that.
on the road of upholding the ceremony. Really happy with the going
We can move to Cherry Beach too. I just he acknowledged that I was right about the trespassing. So the fact that he threatened trespass the property is,
Yeah, I don't like.
you know, he acknowledged.
That's where the authority lies. We may disagree on whether it's a lawful authority given to us by the Ontario.
Which
province.
authority? You acknowledged I was right about the Trespass to Property Act.
Okay, it's a park we're in. Do we agree on that? Well,
It's a
let's
public.
not ask that.
It's a public park.
Okay, it's called the Don Valley River Park. We are in, according to our map, according to my research, we are standing in the Don Valley
Public
River
property.
Park. Matter of opinion.
No, not a matter of opinion. It is public property.
Let the sergeant talk, or do you want to?
Yes, but I'm going to state a fact.
Okay. So this is what's
A
happening.
public park is public property.
We're coming to a conclusion.
Okay. So I have determined. Let's put it on me. Disagreement of what I am saying or what I believe or what I found. Okay. And we are standing in a park, and in a park. We are authorized by, I'll even tell you who gives us the authority, the Toronto Parks and Recreation Authority. They authorize.
Who are they?
They're
The Toronto Parks and Recreation Authority.
They're an agency for the City of Toronto that governs, that manages parks and green spaces throughout the City of Toronto. And that's who they are. You asked who they are.
No, but you said that you were given authority by them.
Yes, correct.
They don't have authority over.
No, they don't have authority, but they have
Your
provided.
on your mandate.
You must have done well in law school or philosophy or.
I did. I'm a.
You know your
Go
stuff.
on. Go on.
You really do.
No,
Anyway.
I don't need to tell him who I am.
Everybody else talk. Okay, let somebody finish what they have to say, and then challenge it.
As long as you are stating facts, please don't.
Stating facts.
No.
Okay.
This is not stating. That's not a fact.
Okay. So, where was I? Okay.
Is that a body cam?
City of Toronto. There's a department called the Toronto Parks Authority within the City of Toronto.
Toronto Parks and Recreation is a City of Toronto office. They're not authority.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me.
I know. I'm not trying.
Okay,
I'm not killing you.
Can we do
Let
something?
him talk.
Can I talk? I haven't talked for a minute.
Okay,
Can we do something?
Let him talk. Let
Okay.
the man talk. Birthday boy.
Okay. Give me the ticket,
No.
and that's it.
No.
No,
That's
it
not
doesn't
how
work
it
that way.
goes.
I mean, yeah, it starts with a ticket. You continue. It starts with another ticket. You continue. Then it's a summons, which commands you to go to court, and it escalates from there. I don't want that to be the case.
Yeah, but it's not gonna get to that case here. I promise. I don't want to. I don't have. None of these people have a criminal background. None of these. There's people in Scarborough shooting at each other. dying for real. Like,
But they're not in Scarborough.
No, like.
Getting off topic.
Yeah, I don't want to get off topic. At the bottom line is you can't trespass a property on a public park.
Okay.
No matter how many times you say
Can
it.
we finish our party?
You know what? This is what's gonna happen. Okay, this is a park. You guys are trespassing.
No.
Hold on. Stop. You guys are trespassing on a park.
No, we're not.
Asking all of you to leave. You told us that you haven't been given notice. Now you have been by police officers.
But I'm also letting you officers all know that we are exercising our freedom of assembly and our freedom of expression. Do we not have the right to assemble?
I've
Okay.
already given our.
I'm asking, do we have the right to assemble?
Okay, I'm not.
But there's no more argument here. This is the conclusion. This is what's gonna happen. Okay.
Okay.
So, let's get this over with.
Okay. By being, I want to answer your question. What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? Anybody who has a function in a park gets authority or authorization from the city, from whoever's property you're on. So your question was, yes. What am I doing wrong? You're holding a function. Whether we disagree on whatever the name of that function is, but it's a gathering.
We're exercising our freedom of assembly. We're exercising our freedom of assembly,
Yeah, okay. Got it.
which is protected under Section 2B of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
Still need a permit for that.
Okay.
No, you do not need a permit for that.
Okay. So, I'm asking you to shut it down and let the people know. Else, my authority is I can enforce the act.
What about the oath you took as an officer to protect our charter
I
rights?
that oath, if I'm challenged in court, fight the ticket, because we in a democratic society, we have the right to dispute any charge or argument any case, which you can bring him with you, and I will answer to the charge. I will be on the stand, officer. What did you try to do? What authority did you use to lay this ticket? And I will give my evidence.
And what ticket can we be subject to?
Sorry?
What ticket can we be subject to?
Okay.
I just want it on record.
I know. Okay. Under the municipal bylaw for the parks, there's operate loudspeakers, amplifiers, equipment in park without permit. They all deal with in park without permit. Those are the key words, without permit. There probably are other things in park without permit, but I wanted to get back as soon as I found out what park we're in.
That carries $127
I have to
fine.
look it up again.
I'm letting you know, it carries
Okay.
$127 fine. You mentioned a breach of Trespass to Property Act, but then when I was in discussion with you, you said I was right. So, under the authority of the Trespass to Property Act, will you be looking to enforce?
It can escalate to that.
I'm not-
hoping that it will not.
But right now you're using
And then-
Section 608 of the Municipal Code?
Okay, then that's the municipal code. But then under the provincial act of the Trespass Property Act, enter premises when directed to leave. You know? So if you fail to leave, and premises definition covers land, it's not
Private,
just a
private
structure,
property?
you know,
private
or public
property.
I looked that up too. Or public property. Okay, it covers that. Because
Which public property?
Okay.
Park rating.
Oh man.
This is
Okay.
the park rating.
Well, let's stay on topic. You wanted to know where's your authority, what you're laying, and
Hey,
what
whatever.
charge.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
That's perfect. That's incredible.
I want to hear what the officer's saying though.
Sorry. You can ask me any question, please.
So I understand, the situation is trying to facilitate the leave.
Yeah, sure. A couple of years. Okay, thanks. It's fine.
So I understand that the situation is kind of a little bit strange, but is there a world that this could work?
Not in this division.
Please, no.
Is your
Human
question?
to human.
If you have your own space, whether it's a backyard, a field, a large estate, whatever your property is, and you abide by whatever, if you're a law-abiding person, on top of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, the Act says I can hold number of people in a given space, public safety and all that stuff, fill your boots, If you have a party in your back and you invite your neighbors and they are content that you are not creating noise likely to disturb the fellow inhabitants of your space.
We can't do that because we will have bylaw officers called and the owner of property will receive a $100,000 fine.
That's why I said, if you invite your neighbors, remember how I qualified that, because that's how people have those parties, right? If they know that we're gonna create too much noise. But if you can't do that,
We're encouraged to snitch on our neighbors by our premium.
okay, I'm trying to answer the man's question. I know you
understand.
want to interject.
No, I'm just saying,
Okay.
no, because at what point in time do you honor your oath as an officer?
I am honoring my oath. I am abiding by the law. I did take the time to look up every single thing
But I've told you several times that we're organizing and exercising our freedom of assembly, and you've disregarded that.
Okay.
You told me that I don't care. I'm going to write a ticket, take it up in court.
No,
which
I
means
told
that
you, everything you brought up, I went and I looked it up. I took the time. Another
I'm
person
asking
wouldn't
in
have.
here your integrity as the oath you took. The oath you took. The oth you took to
Abide to uphold
protect
the
the charter,
laws
to
of this
protect
land.
the charter first,
Then
uphold
Are you
the
guys
laws.
proud of yourselves? Like you guys did
Go to
this?
Cherry Beach. Go to Cherry
I'm
Beach.
not gonna tell them. Why do you tell them? What the hell? They're gonna come and tell.
to be proud of
Like you guys, this is like tyranny. Like this
I
is
won't
like.
wake up tomorrow.
Everyone's
Anyways.
relocating. It doesn't even matter. We're all going
But
somewhere.
no,
we're
but
going
I want to
just
know
like this
because
No, like
you swore an oath to protect our charter rights.
I will talk. I want to answer one question at a time. I know you dominate the entire conversation.
It's not a matter of dominating, because you swore an oath to protect our charter
Black
rights.
Lives Matter from now on. I'm not.
And I want to know
I used to be.
at what point, because you know that protecting our charter rights in your oath, in order, supersedes law enforcement.
So why does... Okay, let's come around here.
Do you
I
not?
know-
Why does it
when they
super?
say that,
Why does the charter